Yo, Flurs, how you all doing this fine evening? I hope you're all doing well. Sorry that I started a bit late. I went actually to have a little nap before the time because I wasn't feeling too great, and then well, I managed to set my alarm going off and didn't put on. Luckily, I woke up as soon as the lights went on again. So yeah, it's good to have you all here. Thank you all for coming. Think it's good to see you guys. We have Jeff Conkel, Neil Constantino, Michael Kahn, and PJ Cruikshank in Ellemnet. How are you guys doing?
Yo.
Good.
That's good. It's good. How you? So you guys say you're doing well? Okay.
Yo, I just see the. I was talking now, but I was on mute. I just noticed the top. Yo, flaps, and you got some clouds flying through it. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
because that's the green, unfortunately.
Yeah, is your body transparent in your chest? Is that what it is? You've got like a transparent chest.
No, it's gravity.
Oh, is it gravity? Wow, gravity does a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Apparently.
it does.
Allegedly. Yeah, let's see.
But yeah, it's good to be here, guys. Thank you all for coming. I was actually so bummed because I got the shirt printed this week, and the guy, without telling me, charged my wife arm and a leg, and still put blocks around it.
No way.
So I wasn't really impressed with that. Let me see if I can quickly just get this. Putting the. I'm gonna see if I can quickly just get the background away so you guys can just see how the shirt looks at least. But yeah, I'm gonna try and find another printer. So we can for the next, because I actually, like I said, I want to, because I designed the whole logo, everything. I was like, it's gonna look nice, and then
I like it.
Chroma key off. There we go. So there's the shirt. That's how it looks without the going through it. But yeah, I wasn't impressed because he put the flipping, what's the name? And
dude, it does look good. It does look good.
Yeah, just without the block though.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I created it specifically as PNG for him without the background, and the guy still went and he ended up, doing it that way.
If I buy one of them, will it have clouds moving through it your first?
That's a special option if you buy gravity with it.
I want one. Gotta get it. Yeah, can I just shout out Julie? Yo, Julie, thanks for coming. Do you like the avatar? Like my new avatar, Julie? It's really good. Nice picture.
But yeah,
do you like my new avatar, guys?
That's everything. Oh yeah. So you changed your avatar with you and Julie.
Yeah, I did. It's cute, isn't it?
You have to change your name though now to PJ and Julie.
Julie.
It's gonna be ball and chain now. I'm just kidding.
I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with ball and chain dog.
I'm just kidding. But anyway, guys, thank you everybody in chat for coming. Glad you could make it. Thank you. 38 votes. People try their hardest to misrepresent Flat Earth. 51% say yes, no 49%. I'm on the yes side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if you see tonight's video. I didn't watch the whole thing through though, but what the pieces I did watch was like, what the hell are you talking about? But yeah, you'll see people go as far as they can to try and make Flat Earth look stupid. Yeah, and I mean, exactly. This is a channel that's got 250,000 subscribers, so it's not like they're pushing this nonsense out to a little bit of people. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna say hi to everyone in chat quickly. I see Michael Kahn is there. I'm so happy you're awake, man. Thank you for being here. The eyes that see. Hello, good to see you. You, Mirren Bra. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Yeah, it's a late one tonight. Albrecht Azanin, thank you for coming. Dustin Bones 4 already. How much Dustin Bones does there have to be? But thank you for coming. King Baller, hello. Thank you for being here. Alve Paul, good to see you too, mate. Always great to see you. Shout out to Paul. He does so much behind the scenes, guys. Really appreciate everything he does for the show.
Nice one, Paul.
Paul is ace.
He is. He's definitely the techie dude, isn't he? And he gets things started behind the scenes. You hardly see him. He comes out and talks now and again, but he gets things sorted all behind the scenes. Now. He's like, he gets everything. It's like he gets everything all untangled and gets all sorted.
And then, hey, Price Adam, good to see you, mate. Jimmy, hello. Thank you for coming. Carl Apple, thank you for being here, mate. You rock. Faciality, hey, mate. Good to see you. Jeff Gassett, thank you for being here. You rock too, mate. I think that's everybody. Level Up, hello. Titan Long, thank you also for coming. Thank you for being here. It's good to see so much people that we can just say hello to when we start the show. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this guy before.
What's his name again? Sorry.
What is his show? It's got a weird name. It's like ReYOUniverse.
Oh no, definitely not.
But yeah, he brought out a video. He's very good at his editing and stuff, so definitely well worth it. I just hope ReYOUniverse, you watching this and you please don't strike me or anything, because I know he does have some music on there and stuff, which is really irritating, but yeah, what can we do?
What's up, Flatzoid?
Hey, Neil is here. How's it going, mate?
Doing good, baby.
By the way, have you guys helped Neil yet with his car? We don't want him to use a wheelbarrow to get to work. I'm going to.
I threw him a wheel and a steering wheel. Yeah,
that's right. PJ took care of me, baby. So did Michael. So did Paul. Paul is ace.
Bless you, man. Bless
Definitely.
you.
When we go on a live show, if they don't come up with the green, that's it. They're gonna get paid a visit. I have people everywhere. I can still call on some old favors, you know.
He's funny. Yeah, that's nice, man. I like that.
Is King Baller here? I'm sure I saw King Baller here. Michael, your favorite troll is here, King Baller.
What's his name? King Baller?
Yeah.
King Baller. Oh, King Baller. Yeah. Oh, he's the one that asked me that blooming question, wasn't it?
The one that triggered you so much.
Yeah. I told him I'd kill him on the show, and he just said he just wouldn't take it. He wouldn't have it. He said he called me a coward and everything. He really triggered him.
As far as I know, King Baller's from the same neck of the woods as Michael.
Yeah, I mean, I bet he hasn't really got that body, has he? Nah, he's full. He's taking the mic.
Because as far as I know, King Baller has this huge beard, and he's very proud of it.
Yeah,
and he says it's the same as when mass attracts mass, and that's why he loves his beard so much.
What is it he's doing in a company? Been waiting long enough, yeah. Well, yeah, I told him I'd tell him the show, but yeah, he wouldn't have it. You're right, he did trigger me though. He did. I actually banned him, then let him back in.
So yeah, it's good to be here, guys.
Is it as epic as my beard?
No, yours is brilliant. Yours is much better. I mean, yours has some beard oil which rocks.
I'm gonna aspire to have a beard like Jeff one day.
Unfortunately, my wife doesn't let me go past 2 weeks, and then I have to get mine removed. Hey Felix, good to see you. So yeah, as you can see, my beard is gone again.
Yeah.
She refuses to give me a kiss if I have a beard, so I have to get rid of it.
Well, you know what they say, beards are for children, teenagers. You see, let me tell you how it used to be. Back in the old days when the mafia first came over and they formed their little thing that they had to protect them from the governments and stuff, those guys wore mustaches. They were called the Mustache Pete's. But then when a new generation came in, they went clean shaven and they wiped out all the Mustache Pete's. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So now in the Italian mafia, you're not allowed to wear hair on your face unless you're on the lam, which is hiding out. Then you can grow a beard. Okay. That's it. But once you get arrested and they lock you up and everything, you got to take the hair off your face. Yeah, it's weird.
Something I didn't know, yeah. Hey, Richard G, good to see you. Pokey, hello. And The Rock is also here. Are you guys ready to start the show?
Yeah. Okay. Start her up, baby.
Let's do this. Quite an intro, by the way. Just have to point out, look what he's got in the background.
This man's name is Michael Hughes, otherwise known as Mad Mike. This footage shows the last seconds of his life. Seeing this, a normal person would surely have a barrage of questions. What kind of strange rocket is that?
What is your guys' take on Mike Hughes, though?
Yeah, he was part of the problem.
Because, yeah, obviously this gave him publicity and stuff, but there was much easier ways that he could have done it.
Did he even get in rocket and die?
Yeah, he ended up crashing the one day.
I know, but is that true? Like,
apparently, yes. They
is
do
it
have
just
the video
some-
footage where his chute failed to open.
Or is it just some bullshit to make Flat Earth look bad?
Oh, wait a second, Fletch. So you're saying it's real because we've seen the video. I got it.
On CBS, yeah.
Yeah, could be. Listen, we don't know one way or the other, right?
Yeah. I never knew the guy, but I still say it was a bit stupid, though. Even if it really was genuine, if it did happen. But I'm just saying, I think it was a stupid way to do it. I think it was just more of a publicity thing because he was a daredevil kind of guy.
Well, that's what I said. He was using Flat Earth to get money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you a question. When did this supposedly happen, if it did or it didn't? What year did that happen?
It was last year, wasn't it?
Nah, it's a while back now.
No, I think it was last year.
It went last year.
Yeah.
All right, let's say it was 3 years ago. We
Or was
already
it no?
knew
Oh,
the
wait, it was
horizon-
before the pandemic. Wait, it was before the pandemic. It was like 2-3 years ago.
Okay, so when did Black Swan come out? 1st Jan 2020, right?
2020. So I think this was just before the Black Swan. Yeah,
So
it's like
we're
3
still
years ago.
arguing the horizon as Earth curve, or
Mhm.
we're battling with people, or how much can you see, how much is cut off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're still early then.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, Derek Nelson, good to see you, mate. Jim Smith, hello. Yes, he did make an impression. That's the problem. The impression he made, though, is the wrong impression. That's the issue we got here, Jim. Because he was giving the impression to people that we are so stupid, we're willing to climb in a steam-powered rocket and kill ourselves to go find a curve at 1 kilometer up that you would not be able to see anyway, even if based on your globe model. You understand? So one, he showed he didn't even understand what the model's claiming, and secondly, I think it was just for publicity, and he's making us all just look dumb. Because who's going to go climb in a steam-powered rocket to try and go a kilometer up and say, "Oh, I didn't see curve," because if you did get it right, the people just say, "Yeah, you're not supposed to see curve at 1 kilometer." Remember, Neil deGrasse Tyson? You know his magic trick, 2 millimeters above this beach ball. That stuff is flat. Remember?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a bit stupid. Hey Jeff Conkle, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. So yeah, it's crazy. Let's carry on.
Who in their right mind would use that to fly anywhere? What on earth is happening here? The answer may sound like a bad joke. Mad Mike didn't earn his moniker for no reason. At the age of 64, this self-taught pilot advocated for the theory that Earth is actually flat.
Yes, man. Sean Hawkins, yes, we can see you. Thank you for coming. How's this? I mean, they've already started with the Pizza Earth in space, guys. So, yeah. It's, like I was saying, they do try and misrepresent Flat Earth as much as they possibly can. That's definitely my take on things. Why do they keep putting us in space? On some flat disk? I mean, have you realized every time someone tries to say something about Flat Earth, we always some pizza in space. And we keep telling them that's not Flat Earth.
No, exactly.
It's just stupid. And then we got Perry that's just joined. It's good to see you too. Okay.
He intended to prove it by ascending to a height of 1.5 kilometers in his homemade rocket. Mike constructed this steam-powered rocket in his backyard, spending about $18,000 on the project. This wasn't his first flight to prove the flat Earth theory. In March 2017, he managed to rise
2017. Okay, so it was quite a while back. Can't believe it's that far already. That was like quite a long way. Hey, Shifty Eyes.
to a height of 570 meters in his homemade rocket, then deployed parachutes and had a rather rough landing. You've just seen the tragic outcome of the second attempt. Surely this only raises more questions. Why would Mike choose such a complicated method? What stopped him from simply buying a ticket for the next available flight? The cruel irony is that had he done so, Mad Mike would have been able to safely see through the airplane window that Earth is really flat. Wait, what?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is exactly what I'm saying.
Wow.
Hey, Rebel Nazarene. But yeah, it's crazy. Why spend $18,000 on a steam-powered rocket to try go a kilometer up in the sky, where there's other ways you can do that, you can achieve that. You understand?
Right.
That's not going to kill you. That's not going to spend so much money, and not try and make everybody look so stupid and like, you know, just trying to use things for attention.
But you're right. Why do they put us in space? Why is it always that? Why do they have to mix our thing with theirs? With their belief?
Exactly. No, definitely sticking us in space for no apparent reason. Perry Procol, love the channel and content, brother. Not many Christians cover the topic anymore, even though it's truth. Yeah, thank you very much for coming. We definitely have. That's why I say this is definitely a channel that has to cover some Christian stuff, because Christianity is getting sidelined these days. We are definitely in the end times, I'd say, guys.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you guys heard recently. I think it's in Utah or something. The schools are taking out Bibles because they're classifying it as pornographic.
Pornographic? How?
Wow.
What?
Because of Samson and Delilah, or the two sisters that slept with their father.
Oh my goodness! But they're allowing books that are saying that women are women are dads and men are mums and stuff like that.
They allow books that teach men suckling on women's breasts are okay, and it's okay to teach a 6-year-old about genitalia, but the Bible is a pornographic book apparently.
Yeah, it's all ass backwards, man. It's all inverted. It's
so yeah, it's definitely attack on Christianity, hectic. And then you get people that say, but why do you say Christianity is real? Why is the only so-called, and I'm going to state this again, Christianity is not a religion, guys. Just because the secular consensus puts Christianity as religion doesn't make Christianity religion. It's simply the Bible is bad for tranny story. Exactly, Paula. That's the whole issue. They can't stand truth.
No.
They are going for perversion, and the Bible totally goes against their perversion. And that's why they can't take it.
Sure.
So yeah, it's definitely the Bible says in the end times this will happen. So
yeah.
Hi, IB McFly. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. You guys rock. I really appreciate everybody being here. Again, please hit the likes and share the show. It does help to get the show out to a wider audience.
It does.
Exactly. It's just a way of life, the Mirren.
What? No, don't rush to close this video. We did say see through an airplane window, and that changes a lot. You'll discover the answer in this video. Now let's try to understand what drives people's indomitable belief in the flat Earth theory, so much that they're even willing to risk their lives for it.
Yeah, and do you guys know where this riding on turtles' backs and elephants come from? I just want to see if anybody actually knows.
It's not. Is it not Indian?
Muslim.
Yeah,
It's not.
It's Muslim.
is it?
Muslim. Oh well. Right here, then.
It's the Islamic way of life, guys. The Islams teach this on the turtle's back, and seven heavens, all that. Flat seven heavens.
It's mental.
Yeah.
There's more chance of being on a turtle's back than it being a globe, though, isn't there?
Probably. at least the turtle's back.
Right.
At least the turtle's back confines to the waters below and waters above, correct?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The only problem is, though, that means it's moving, and
Yeah.
we specifically know it's stationary. There's no moving Earth.
Mm.
Hey, Nathan Wright, good to see you, mate. But yeah, it's crazy. The Mayans, I know they also gave the same cosmology, though, but what their pillars were, I'm not sure.
Brett, how can such medieval views exist in our spacefaring age? Or is there something to the flat Earth theory after all? Is the Earth really flat?
Yes.
Yep.
Next question.
No doubts whatsoever. 100%.
But yeah. So now he's actually starting his arguments, guys. Now this is where I'm saying, do they go out of their way to try and misrepresent? I mean, that was a whole misrepresentation overload already.
Mm.
But be prepared for what he's going to present now. It's like, what?
Really that bad?
That's how bad. I mean, like I said, I only watched a few minutes and then I said, I have to show this. I couldn't watch the rest.
Mm.
My wife just woke up. I didn't make her Milo because I thought she's sleeping.
Bad books.
But sound is too loud. Let me put it a bit softer. The guy is a bit loud. Sorry, guys. I'm going to put it a bit softer. Let's see if that's going to be a bit better. Just tell me that's better, guys.
As the proponents of the flat Earth theory suggest, our world...
Is that better, guys?
Hands up, it's me, dude. I don't know about the YouTube side.
So sorry that it was so loud, guys. Yeah, I realized it was loud, but I wasn't... In my earphones, it's fine there. But I did stick it softer here, so hopefully it's a bit better, guys. I thought it's better for the drama, the dramatic scale of things.
looks something like this. According to this theory, the Earth is a circular plane with a diameter of 40,000 kilometers.
According to the theory.
According to what?
Where do you get that from?
Exactly.
And where's the 40,000 kilometers come from?
Exactly my point.
I mean, that means what? So this is this for the 45,000 kilometers is a circumference, is it?
Yeah.
But how would you know?
Exactly. That's not saying who pushes this.
That's ridiculous.
First of all, he's got this pizza in space.
Yeah.
He's making a claim about 40,000 kilometers,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't think any of us have made.
I've never ever heard that at all.
I
And how
mean,
would you know?
Yeah, we usually get these people to, oh, but your equator and what's the circumference of your Earth, blah, blah, blah. And then we say, but we're not making a claim about it.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's
You
making
can't-
claims
can't
for
make
us.
a claim if you don't know. If you haven't got a clue about it, how can you make a claim on it?
Yeah, the Hindu, the Chinese, and the Erica's also make that turtle, Adam. But as far as I know, the originated was from the Muslims.
Mm.
This calculator with a piece of string and the abacus.
Oh, we're doing that. That's good.
Yeah, Paul says the cosmic turtle is mentioned by Indian, Chinese, North American tribes according to Wiki.
Mm.
Captain Cook, circumnavigation, 40,000 equals 60,000 miles. Never know. Like I said, I just don't know any of us that's made this claim, though. So that's just really odd to me.
At the center is what we conventionally call the North Pole. Instead of the South Pole, there's a giant ice wall encircling the Earth's disk. All of this is covered by some sort of dome under which the sun and moon orbit in a circular pattern.
You see what I'm saying? They're pushing some people's, how can I put it, claims.
Well, we can't deny that some flat earthers claim these things.
Yeah,
can we?
that we can't. But the problem is sticking us in a space and claiming 40,000 kilometers.
It
That's
sounds like
the
he's
problem.
reading from the Flat Earth Society manual.
That's what I'm saying. It kind of seems that way. Hey, you two, thank you for coming. And I mean, I don't know how much times to tell the people, Flat Earth Society is not Flat Earth. It's simply controlled opposition. But how do we get it for these people to understand this?
Exactly.
Nightfall isn't due to the sun setting below the horizon, but rather because it moves away from the observer. The change of seasons is attributed to the sun's movement towards the edge of the disk and its return to the centre over a course of a year. Flat Earth proponents say that the ice wall, commonly referred to as Antarctica, is heavily guarded and has limited access. They also
Yeah. Hey, JP. Hey, Oxford Spirit. So how do you like that? Heavily guarded. And then he shows a picture of no one there.
Nice.
Yeah, we're just saying you can't go there unaided. You're not allowed to. It's against law.
There is ships that patrol it though, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that's been arrested for going there without permits.
Yeah.
It's weird how you get arrested without permits if it's not guarded. Just because you can't see people doesn't mean there's not ways that they are just keeping an eye out. You understand?
Of course.
claim that there's no such thing as space, and rocket launches.
Oh, there we go. He said this claim that there's no such thing as space, but yet he puts us in space. How ironic is that?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like contradiction from the start.
Hey, Jet Plane, thank you for coming. Well, who thinks the sun goes beyond the tropics? Exactly.
And this will know. I met Terry Pratchett when I was a kid. He came to our school when I was in primary school. I was about 5 or 6, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he came into the presentation with his books. He got a cowboy hat and glasses and beard. He had a big white beard. Yeah, I was only a kid. Just a bit of crappy information about my life, you know what I mean? But I just didn't care. I had it, you know what I mean? I never read a book here, so.
Are merely a deception. They also dismiss footage from the International Space Station as high-budget Hollywood production. And they mean all of...
High budget. No, definitely not high budget. Is the ISS high budget Hollywood production, guys?
No.
No, just amateurish in your face showing you it's fake.
That film Gravity looked way better.
Yeah.
It did.
But the thing is, they had NASA working with Gravity on that film. Do you guys know that?
Wouldn't surprise me.
But then again, NASA have 21 VFX studios. 21 VFX studios for NASA, people.
Yeah, YouTube. How you doing, man?
A bit odd that the space program needs so many VFX studios. For what? I mean, think about it. Now you get these guys who, oh, but the ISS. Now you get the so-called, this challenge from Simon Dan. I don't know if you guys saw this. Flat Earthers won't touch this video because it's a 50-minute continuous tour of the ISS. So how do they do the free fall for 50 minutes continuous straight? Nobody cares how they do it. There's a lot of ways to be able to fake stuff like that. The problem is they're in a place that violates the laws of entropy. That's the problem. Until you can demonstrate having your gas pressure without containment, it's fake. It can't. It violates the laws of entropy. I actually got someone today. You saw my post this morning. A guy says the laws of entropy is only a concept. So hot to cold, high to low.
Entropy is just a name given to something that you see happening all the time.
Yeah, it's a tendency to happen. That's what it is. But how we explain it, they say, oh, therefore it's just a concept. No. People definitely get older.
And then they deny that time's a concept.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Oh, it's crazy. Hey, what's good to see you, mate. And Just Jay, hello. But yeah, it's warped. I mean, I'm getting attacked from left, right, and center by Sean Pronians telling me tangents aren't straight lines to touching curves. When he takes two spheres and puts them together, he says, "Where's the straight line?" And I actually show him citation with the straight line, the plane, everything, and he still ignores it and then says, "We are ignorant. We don't understand geometry." This is the kind of feedback playback we get from from Globies, guys. Hey, Niku, yeah, the laws of entropy, second law of thermodynamics, mate. Read up on it. It's a law of entropy.
Because math is reality, right?
Yeah. Math says 1 + 1 is 2, so therefore, how dare you go against it?
This for real. There's even a Flat Earth Society that regularly hosts conferences. Surprising.
Flat Earth Society that regularly hosts conferences.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but what conferences are being held the whole time? It's that one that the Globusters and things go to the whole time, correct?
Is that right?
So what does that have to do out there? I mean,
but
they have conferences for cars and conferences for medical stuff. They have conferences for all sorts of shit.
But that's one thing that just says very telling, though. The Flat Earth Society has the conferences. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the guy is already picking up its Flat Earth Society bullshit.
Exactly. You would have to bring that up. The worst representation for Flat Earth. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The worst ambassadors for it. It's just ridiculous.
Its membership, which includes some notable public figures, continues to grow. But before we label these people, let's at least consider their arguments. According to flat earthers, this world was meticulously crafted by the hands of superior beings.
No.
No.
No. It's making it sound. It's making it sound like scientism, Scientology. Sorry.
Yeah.
Zoltan. Or was it Zoltan?
Created by superior beings. What is he on about? Let's hear what he's got to say.
God created the heavens and the earth, not beings. This is also one thing I think we have to touch on, guys, is the Trinity. Because people still don't understand what the Trinity is, to be honest. They think that it's separate beings. No, it's persons in one. But they don't get that. There's a difference between who's and what's. But we'll have to probably try and explain it to people sometime. But yeah, Jesus, God the Father, and the Holy Spirit are God. 3 persons as the Godhead. Together they are God. But God the Father is God. Jesus is his only begotten Son. The Holy Spirit is the helper. They create the Godhead.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're not beings, they're persons.
Yeah, exactly. 3 different functions, but one God. You know what I mean? They're distinct functions, they're different jobs to do. I mean, different parts of the Godhead.
Yeah,
one.
Me and my Father are one. No one comes to the Father except through me. Hey, Skeptic, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad to have you, mate. I actually like this. This is quite a cool picture, though. Or screenshot.
The sun is an artificial celestial body that isn't billions of kilometers away, but is quite near. We've all seen pictures.
Why is he saying artificial celestial body?
What?
Who's made that claim?
I think he's making up stories. He's been reading science. He's been reading Asimov or something, and he just.
I mean, a lot of things he's already been making. I didn't know anybody that's making those claims.
No.
So it's a bit weird.
like these. It doesn't look like the rays are radiating billions of kilometers into the distance. They seem to converge at an unusually wide angle, don't they? Supporters of this theory propose that the sun is powered by an external energy source like our lamps.
What?
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 No. It's plugged in somewhere and switched on. What's he getting at?
No, I don't know anybody that's saying that.
Wow.
There will be some fool somewhere saying it.
Where?
no doubt.
I haven't even seen the Flat Earth Society say that.
Mm.
Like now the
Jeez.
guy's really clutching at some bullshit straws to make people look dumb.
It gets even more intriguing. According to this theory, the stars, though gigantic, are just a garland powered by the same otherworldly electricity, just for the sake of beauty.
I got a feeling he's talking about the ether here. You know, Winsett and Co. talking about ether powering this stuff. So, yeah. YouTube, yeah, atheism can be ruled out.
Yeah.
USB son.
Yeah. Yeah.
The electromagnetic field of this network can be seen in the polar regions as the Northern Lights.
Yeah, I remember Jesus. The reason they killed him is because he was seen as heretic, blasphemy. Not
Yeah.
only did he work on the Sabbath, but when they asked him, "How dare you work on the Sabbath?" he says, "I do as my Father does."
Yeah.
Which made him God. That was him declaring he's God.
Yeah.
Only God can work on the Sabbath.
But there is more. This theory proposes that powerful pumps and filters are hidden underground, responsible for cleaning and filling the oceans with water. Massive ocean whirlpools like Naruto in Japan or Maelstrom in Norway are the drain holes of this flat.
What the heck?
Drain holes? Where do we have drain holes?
What the heck? Honestly, what? Is he just making this up? Because I have never heard none of this crap.
Okay, I didn't get this far, guys. Drain holes.
It's a dick, innit?
And where's it draining to, by the way?
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Wow, that's just crazy.
So yeah, it's keeping to the now. I see it's on 82 votes already. People try their hardest to misrepresent flat Earth. 62% yes, no 38%. I'm definitely sticking with yes now. There's like no doubt about that.
World's global water system. Indeed, these whirlpools have existed for an unimaginable amount of time. Where does all this water go? And why don't the oceans grow shallow like a bathtub when the plug is pulled?
What are you talking about? What plug? What drain? Who actually made this argument?
It's stupid.
Wait, but you see, that's what I'm wondering. Where does this guy get these arguments? Who has he spoken to get this?
That's what I'm saying. It just sounds like he's making up stories. I've never had none of it.
Have we got link for this?
His imagination.
Oh yeah, guys, I still got to put his page link in the description. Please remind me after the show quickly to stick it in for you guys. Jim Smith says, "Isn't that exactly what Flatzoid thinks so funny? Where's the extension cord?" No, I definitely don't think that. The fact you're saying that, even though I just laughed at it, shows you're not actually even listening, Jim.
Where's the extension cord? It's plugged into God's mansion. Where do you think it is?
Hey, Hillary M. Oh, he says Eric debated an entire video on this. Ah, you see, that's what we don't know, because we don't listen to Eric Debay.
No.
That guy says the tides are like Earth's bosom, growing in and out as it's breathing. Yeah. Some of the stuff he puts is also very, very embarrassing for Flat Earth. We probably have to do videos against him too, by the way.
We're Derek Nelson. That's right, man. Jesus has always existed with the Father, just as the Holy Spirit
In the
has.
beginning was the Word. The Word was God, and God was with the Word. 1 John 1.
Exactly.
I'm the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end.
There's still more. If the Earth is spherical, then it should be equally frosty at the North and South Poles in winter. At least they should be roughly the same. That seems logical, and surely that's how it is, right? Well, no. Antarctica is generally colder than the Arctic. In fact, it's much colder. On average, a whole 20 degrees colder. To be honest, this is a mind-boggling difference. It's counterintuitive, and it simply shouldn't be this way. But there is more. There are also practical examples that you can check yourself.
I'm sorry, what was he trying to show with that now? Because I don't get it. He was talking about the flat Earth for 1 minute, which is very false information. Then he started talking about the globe now.
Mm-hmm.
And now he puts you on an airplane. So I don't really understand what was there.
Imagine a plane on a long-haul flight going from one continent to another. Logically, it should move along a gentle arc, meaning that during the flight it should sometimes adjust its position by lowering its nose to steer and avoid flying off into space. According to flat Earth calculations, a plane should do this every 5 minutes.
No. Constantly, not every 5 minutes. Because you have a tangent with every movement you have. Yeah?
Sorry, I thought you stopped talking. I'm saying, JP, you're not blocked. And Jim Smith said, Flatzoid, he wasn't referring to you, he was referring to Arwen. He's posted about Arwen.
Yeah, but Owen's a fool.
Arwen's not here either.
No, exactly.
Yeah, guys, as you realize, Owen's not here because he's a very immature wizard.
And Hillary, next time you make your mouth to come on here and then take Coward's Way out and go and troll my channel, you'll get blocked.
Yeah.
And JP, no, you're not blocked.
Yeah. You see, the thing is with Owen, he needs help, guys. He can't accept that he needs God in his life. So, unfortunately, he throws a temper tantrum and very immature, and then he badmouths everybody who doesn't agree with him. And I'm not gonna stick up for him if he talks so bad about me and everybody. Sorry. It's just how it is. The guy should decide to grow up a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Antarctica is the highest continent. Sorry? Say something?
Who are you talking about?
Arwen.
Arwen, yeah.
Oh, Arwen. Oh.
Because the guy definitely has some demons to face. He doesn't like anybody talking about God at all.
He's got some funny delusional things about Jesus, his beliefs about Jesus. Now he believes in God, believes in Jesus, doesn't believe in Jesus' divinity. He believes that Jesus could do miracles, but not as a divine person. I don't get that, but
yeah.
Many curious people have wondered about this at least once, and many have personally checked it, and thankfully it's an easy thing to do. Experimenters brought a standard construction level on board during an intercontinental journey. This was conducted properly multiple times, taking into account all side effects like turbulence. And no, the plane doesn't make any adjustments. It doesn't lower its nose, it flies as if the Earth is simply flat.
You see, this is the same thing Neil deGrasse Tyson does. It's just a magic trick. You see, you're going to beg the question with us, and then you're going to see, but you see it's flat because it's not. In the meantime, you've already put them in the globe. Because what are the globers going to say? Yeah, but gravity. So, in other words, it changes the orientation without you knowing because you're just following the very locally flat, large globe. So, you're not going to realize it's tilting. That's what they say, remember? Because they say you have a new zenith every time you move. So, therefore, you don't need to tilt it. It just does it automatically. Go give this guy a fitting comment and tell him Flatzoid reviewed his nonsense. Oh, did you get the video, Michael? Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I still want to stick it in the description. do go let the guy we are reviewing this nonsense. I did also tag him, so he will probably get the notification. Niku will explain how it violates the second laws of thermodynamics when the video is done, because we've got about 8 minutes left. 6 minutes left. We're halfway. I can't believe we're going through so quickly. Then we can explain it, but it's very simple. If you actually keep...
Time to go back and look through your video.
Yes, I'm saying, if you actually watch my content, you would know we explain it many times with demonstration. Heck, we did a stream recently called It's Just Gas. Go and watch that.
And from the window, the horizon not only doesn't show any curvature, but on the contrary, appears deceptively flat.
And then you get globers that claim, oh, I've seen curve from the Earth from a plane window. It's really weird.
These examples represent just a fraction of the inconsistencies that suggest things aren't quite as straightforward with a spherical Earth. When you put them together, it turns out that our world is just a huge terrarium akin to the ones that many hobbyists enjoy. And it's not inconceivable that its dome is also made of glass.
Dome is also made of glass.
Yeah.
The Bible says as molten looking glass. That doesn't mean it's made of glass.
Simply don't know.
Yeah, Niku, but like I was saying, we've explained this many times. I did come up with a stream. Oh, where's that? Let's quickly go check. Because we've explained this so many times. There we go. Gas. It's 3 days ago. It's explained quite a few times on this channel, to be fair. So, but yeah, if we do have time after the stream, well, once this video finished, we can try and explain it again for you, mate.
That's what flat earthers think. Now let's entertain this idea, if only for a fleeting moment. But what about space? After all, we've all seen the footage from the ISS where astronauts have fun with the effects of weightlessness.
It's called augmented reality. If you follow their eyes every time they interacting with an object, they're looking around everywhere but the object.
Exactly.
Their eyes move towards the object in a way the whole time. So when they're trying to touch it, they almost like they're looking on a screen to see where they need to interact with the object. And when it comes to augmented reality, and because they got 21 VFX studios, it's quite easy to have the people sitting there and just positioning the VFX to interact with the person when he needs it to act how it needs to be done.
But consider this clip that was even featured on a TV show. These shots literally shocked the public. What do we see on the screen, which clearly wasn't intended to be shown? The same Tim Peak, the same footage, the same bubble, but not quite the same. It's bright green, and behind Tim we see a lined background. Obviously, it's filming equipment. Could it be chroma key? Are these shots staged and merely the result of video editing? What truly perplexed skeptics is the fact that these shots aren't a joke or a prank. NASA representatives naturally said something like, "Everything is fine, calm down," but the flat Earth community has significantly increased.
Yeah, what was the excuse from NASA with that?
Well, do you know, I don't know.
They just ignored it. They just leave it. They don't even try and address it.
Yeah, they don't approach it.
But then again, they don't address anything flat earthers bring up there.
They don't need to do it because all ballers do it for them.
Exactly. Yeah, they got the blurfers doing. They got the anti-flat earthers that go out of their way to try and defend NASA.
Mm-hmm.
And not just NASA, any space agency, guys. Oh, why was it just a large conspiracy? But yeah, I still want to know why they keep putting us in space.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I mean, the guy literally says They don't believe in space and then puts it in space.
Mm-hmm.
They have an obsession with space, don't they? I think.
Yep.
That's it.
After
I don't know why, because none of them are never going there, even if it were real.
Isn't it? I mean, it's, it's crazy. It's
I mean,
crazy.
look what would happen if it was, let's say there's a tin can flying up there.
All right.
Okay. What's to say there is actually someone there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, I mean, a person can't even literally, hey, Nathan Oakley, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Let's take the SR-71 Blackbird. Okay?
Mm.
A person can only take flying in that thing for a certain amount of time. The stress on a person is just too much. Now, they're claiming people are falling at 17,000 miles per hour, 17,500 miles per hour, constantly. Okay? If you're falling constantly for a month's end, there's no ways that's going to not impact a person negatively. But like we said, how do you get there to the claim? I mean, let's say, okay, they say it's still in the closed environment, then it's fine, but then how are you falling constantly? Hey, Faciality, thank you for $2 super chat. Thank you, I really appreciate this. So seeing dummies floating on TV makes it real? Yep. Apparently, VFX that's done by Stanley Kubrick since the 70s makes it real. I mean, you can do what you want. The sad thing is they've just perfected their trade. That's usually what happens when you have unlimited money to perfect your trade and time. Then you're able to do things. And that's what they say, oh, but how are you going to say they faked it or not? Think for yourself. No, definitely no curved adjacent. But yeah, it's fake, guys. It can't be there because it violates the laws of entropy. You can't have a aluminium floating tin can in a space vacuum. Okay? It goes against the laws of entropy. It's a natural law. It's a tendency for something to happen. You can't overcome it, no matter how hard you try. So instead of getting people to say, oh, let's debunk something on the ISS, why don't you first demonstrate your ISS can be in the claimed place it's claiming to be? We have yet to get this demonstration. We do, however, have people being very dumb and ignorant saying, but gas pressure isn't atmospheric pressure. What the hell are we breathing then? The atmo is air. It's gas. It abides by exactly the same laws. Heck, even your atmospheric laws are substitute to gas laws. And then they want to push gravity in there as a force that isn't a force, hasn't been a force for 108 years, and still want to claim even if it is a force, it will do something to gas. It does not. So you guys can take a fish tank, open fish tank, stick gas in there, whatever density you want, and I can guarantee you it will not stay in there indefinitely, ever. Because that's exactly what you're claiming. You guys are claiming columns of air because of gravity. So take the densest gas you want to, let's take sulfur hexafluoride, stick it in a fish tank, and leave it open. I can guarantee you with certainty it will not stay there indefinitely because of gravity. It will disperse into the available system.
All right, that's enough. Otherwise, you might just start believing in the flat earth theory yourself.
Not the way this guy's presented it. That wow. I mean, look, snow globe in space. Even though, again, he says, oh, but they don't believe in space. But you're putting us in space on a disc with a snow globe, glass dome, or whatever.
Let's finally turn to science and move from illusions and interpretations to facts and evidence. At the start of the video, we referred to the flat earth theory as medieval.
That's medieval. So yeah, again, thanks Faciality for your super chat, mate. I don't know if I said it enough. But yeah, seeing dummies floating on TV makes it real. It's insane. No, definitely not real. By the way, pushing it as medieval, I think it was a thing I watched the other day, where apparently many medieval people saw it as a spherical Earth already, apparently. So, just had to point that out.
However, this term isn't exactly right. Indeed, it's widely thought that during the Middle Ages, people believed that the Earth was supported by 3 whales, which in turn stood upon a turtle and so on.
Hey, Lumpy. You see what I'm saying? Oh, wow. 3 whales. Dark Age is more accurate.
Actually, this is a double myth. A myth about a myth. The truth is, in the Middle Ages, it was well known that the Earth was spherical. There were flat earthers then, but astronomy and geography were sufficiently advanced even in ancient Greece. Earth's sphericity was repeatedly and convincingly proven in antiquity.
Proven in antiquity.
Speaking of myths,
Yeah, they got a myth on screen right now. But someone saying it's proven. Sorry, show us how it was proven in the Middle Ages.
Yeah,
It's still not even proven today. I mean, you guys can't do one simple thing like show us how you can have a curved tangent, first of all, a curved adjacent to have any measurements that you claim for your sphere, no gas pressure without containment. Gravity is not a force. You can't even give us a scientific hypothesis for gravity. You can't tell us what gravity even is. And then you come with this bullshit globe and say, oh, it's been proven. How's it been proven? With what? Where's the proof? There's nothing. It's literally a belief cult. I believe the earth is spinning. Where? Does anybody experience any movement of earth?
I've never experienced any. None whatsoever.
Exactly. The lakes do look funny. I'm not going to even say what that looks like.
Wow.
Yeah, you see it now.
Yeah, absolutely. It does. It's little flashes.
No.
Oh, wow.
Well before our era, so convincingly that the mem phrase "too lazy to explain" is particularly fitting here. We won't provide dozens of arguments, but instead offer a single piece of advice. Anyone can see that the horizon has at least some curvature, which strongly suggests the Earth's spherical shape.
And there's ignorance speaking.
where? I've not seen no.
There's no curve whatsoever. We get many optical effects that we can demonstrate on flat surfaces. Time and time again. The fact that the guy says we're not going to bring arguments, we're just going to give an advice, and then brings up boats going over a curve is just... I mean, this guy, really... This is like really not even an argument to even bring. If everybody brings this argument up, it just shows they're being willfully ignorant to the arguments. They don't understand how optics work. There's no such thing as curve. Boats don't go over a curve. And by the way, the missing research, he put out a video yesterday, I think, was actually awesome. Maybe we can watch some of that quickly. Where he shows, where he's in blowback style, and he shows boats in the distance, and you see waves occulting the bottom of the ships. Yeah, not curve, waves, and he's got the horizon behind the ship. Hey, Tony Whitcomb, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you can make it. He says, hi there, just got in. Checked out Sabine Horsefire's latest video on entropy. She's gone cuckoo. Wow, we should maybe check that out, yeah. But yeah, guys, there's no such thing as Earth curve. The Black Swan literally demolished any notion that there would be any curve.
You've probably guessed that the next thing we'll mention is objects disappearing over the horizon. Whenever you have the chance to be on the shore of an ocean or even a large lake with active maritime traffic, watch the departing ships.
And then you watch the whole video of this with not a screenshot, and then you see the bulge goes away. That's literally a wave, guys.
Look how that boat's fell off edge.
Yeah, I thought spheres don't have edges.
Mhm.
But you understand what I'm saying? If you have a full video like this, that goes away, and the boat's sitting exactly the same position. Why? Because they take a still image of when the water, aka the magnified wave or bulge, is now covering the angle. It's just foreshortening. That's all it is. So they've taken a still pic of the foreshortening, which can be observed in reality and demonstrated on flat surfaces, now showing, oh, it's curve. It's idiocy. Let me quickly see if we can find the missing. Well, let me see. I'm just quickly look for that video, guys. If I can find that. History. So what do you guys have to say about that one? I'm looking for the video.
It's just ridiculous, isn't it? It's like it keeps saying, it's like he's making up his stories. I don't know who he's been talking to get all this information, but to be honest, I've never heard of any of them. Any of them descriptions or meant to happen on this supposed flat Earth, I've never heard of ever. So to me, he's got a science fiction head.
Exactly. I'm gonna stick his link in the description, in the chat, if you guys want to go subscribe to him. Really some awesome stuff. That's a nice thing about staying in Cape Town. There's a lot of boats by the harbour and stuff, so you get to see awesome things. I think we should go to where around about here. Tony Whitcomb's also got a link for us. Don't know which link this is. Oh, the entropy one. With Sabine Hofsmacher. Really? I think I'm going to have to open this in there. There we go. Because at least it doesn't buff. Okay, but I want you to see. You can see the ship there, guys. Look there as the water's rising. You see there's waves on the edges.
Aye.
Look there.
Mm-hmm.
Then it looks like it's going, oh, look, it's back over the curve. And it's going back under the curve. It's going back over the curve. Back under the curve. All they do is they zoom in and they take a still shot and say, there we go, see. It's blocked by Earth curve. Not understanding. Has anybody here been on a boat or a yacht or something in the ocean?
Yeah, of course.
Look at that. I'm going to take let's go back. Look at that. There we go. Blocked by Earth curve, apparently. Okay?
Yeah.
If you've been on a boat in the ocean, you would realize it goes, you know why you get like seasick? Up and down.
Rides the waves.
You're going up and down through bulges and riding waves. Yes, guys, there's waves that deep in the ocean too. And
there's big waves. Huge waves.
So as while you're going up and down in these bulges, according to someone on the shore looking, it looks like they're going behind water, like physical curve. No, they're not. It's just simply foreshortening.
Yep.
You got bulges of water in front of the guy because you're going down and up, down and up. It's very simple stuff, this. It's definitely not anything. Check there. So you see, now people say, but now he's not behind the curve. And then as soon as it goes where you just see the top, then they take a still shot of that and say, oh, but it went behind the curve.
And then it comes back over the curve unless the earth's breathing, you know. Crazy.
See there, look now they say, oh, would that be behind the curve? It's not going over yet, and now all of a sudden, now we see this boat, which is much closer, guys. Look, it looks like it's higher. Angular size change. This cow far. This cow close. I mean, look at the size difference, guys. It's still at exactly the same horizontal plane. So just had to point that out. So they take it to a place where it stops, and then they just pause it and say, you see, it's behind a curve. And if you watch the whole video, staying exactly the same position, you see the whole ship again. Hey, Tony Whitcomb, thank you very much for your £20 super chat. Wow. Just for the content, brother. Thank you very much, Tony. I really appreciate the support, mate. You rock.
Bless, man.
Really appreciate it. You're awesome. Yeah, I'm glad I can actually do this for you guys. Let's put it this way. But yeah, you do get instances when the boat is at a place where the angle is just too limited. So that's why when you zoom it in, you're not going to bring it in. Because angles do get limited, guys. There's a limitation to what you can see. And diffraction plays a huge role in far distances as well. That's how, like, when you see a car far away, it looks like one light, but it's actually two. It's the same thing here. Even Conspiracy Cats spoke about this. Remember, guys? I think let's actually look for that. I'm going to look for that quickly.
Conspiracy Cats.
I think it's on videos. Hey guys, please hit the likes and share the show.
Yeah, man.
Do you guys like these late shows sometimes as well, though? I know for you guys in the UK and stuff like me, it's a bit hectic, though.
I don't mind it. I mean, I don't sleep much anyway, so I don't mind it.
Yeah, you hardly sleep.
Yeah.
Do you ever sleep, though?
A few hours maybe. I see every hour of the night, definitely. Without a doubt, I'll wake up every hour.
Have you been to sleep today, PJ?
Today, through the day. No, Julie was here, so no, I didn't sleep. So Julie just left out there. So no, I didn't really sleep.
Uh,
I slept last night. I did sleep last night, yeah, but not today. Through the day now.
Just looking for the right video with Mr. Conspiracy Cats, where he explains the diffraction limit to us, guys, and like he's trying to debunk us, but all he does is just validate. There we go. Cat's diffracted.
Give you.
Yes, Paul, I know. Blocker. every time I say advert, I think of Paul, and I just never do anything about it.
Basics of that, just so you can use it to rebuke anybody that's coming up with this nonsense. Before we talk about the Rayleigh criterion, I want you to cast your mind back at school to times you might have done stuff like this. Now, you'll have done that when you looked at diffraction, which this isn't a lesson on diffraction, but essentially it's when a wave spreads out after passing through a gap. We'll leave it at that for now. You may have done it with light when you did Young's slits experiment, and you may have seen a pattern like this. And you may recognise this picture as being the diffraction pattern that occurs when a wave travels through a circular opening or aperture. Okay, so the Rayleigh criterion basically describes the physics and maths behind resolution. How do I know whether, when I look at two objects, I'm going to be able to resolve them?
Or whether they're going to blow into one. So here I've got object A, I've got object B. Now, when I look at them, whether I look at them through my eye or whether I look at them through a camera, the light is going to pass through an aperture and I'm going to get a diffraction pattern. Now, if the diffraction pattern, so this is the diffraction pattern from A, this is the one caused by B, as it's gone through the aperture and diffracted. If the diffraction patterns are very clearly separate, then I have no problem in resolving the fact that I've got two different objects there. But if I move these objects closer together, or I take them much further away, these diffraction patterns will start to get closer together. Now, there is a limit to how close they can get before I actually can't tell them apart anymore. And that limit is when the central peak of one sits directly on top of the first minima.
Yeah, the maximas are sitting on the part of the minima. So that's the point where you see the boat and the ocean seem like the bottom of the boat is disappearing. Why? Because of the diffraction limit. The larger angle will always be more apparent than the further smaller angle, because the larger one is what's going to be more visible, correct? According to the diffraction, it will be more diffracted because the angle, the further away it is. So which one you're going to see more apparently? The closer, larger angle, hence limited angle. So that's why you see the bottom of boats disappear over flat surfaces too. Not because they're physically going underneath a flat surface. It's because it's foreshortened thanks to the diffraction limit.
If you like, the first minimum of the next. Now, if they get any closer than this, I cannot resolve them as being two objects. They are one object, as far as my eye is concerned. Now,
there is a viewing angle associated with this. I'm going to call this theta min. So how do I calculate the minimum viewing angle I need? I'll put this in some context later on. Well, if I have...
Add guard extension. I'm going to already stick it on here for me so I can add blocker. Thank you. Add to Chrome, you see? I'm checking. Add extension.
Is Paula still in chat?
Paul's still there, yeah?
No, Paula.
I don't know. She was here like a few minutes ago.
Tell her to if she's there, tell her to like say she's there, because I'm going to buy a membership. I'm just about to buy now.
I don't know if she is here though. First find out.
I did see. That's what I'm saying. See if she replies.
Yeah.
See if she's,
Paula,
yes,
Paula, if you're here, reply to PJ, say yes so you can buy your membership. Yeah, guys, please don't forget the likes. Please don't forget the likes. Hit the share button. Conspiracy chipmunk.
The diffraction patterns in this position here, then this viewing angle, theta min, will be calculated by 1.22 lambda being the wavelength of light. Now, obviously, it will be an average of the wavelength of light because different colours have different wavelengths.
No, not here. Here we go. There's Paula.
Right, okay. I'm going to do it now. I've got to put it in now.
I think we should actually do...
Okay.
Paula,
sometimes they work.
Yeah, Paula, try and accept it.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, I think we should actually do a stream on the diffraction limit and things again, because a lot of people seem to struggle with this. And yeah, I have done presentations of this in the past, but I think we can do a much better job now because I have better equipment to be able to present it better. Okay.
Let's see.
Paul says, "Ad got added. Only took about 8 months."
Right, it's coming through, Paula. It's coming through.
There we go. Thank you very much, PJ, for your gifting. Really hope Paula gets it. Yay! Woo!
Yay!
Paula actually got it.
Nice.
Welcome to the membership club, Paula. That just took long.
It did. It took a minute to come through.
Well, we've come through a lot of strides in this stream. I got my ad blocker, and she got her membership. Thank you very much for the gifting membership.
Yeah, surprise. Nice one. Nice.
Me gusta la fiesta. Woo! Okay, let's carry on.
So 1.22 lambda divided by d, which is the diameter of the aperture of the camera or your eye. Now, what that means is what we already all know, that if I increase the diameter of the camera, if I get basically a bigger lens, then the viewing angle is reduced. And what that means is I can resolve two objects that are close together better. I have a better resolution. I'm going to get a better picture from the same distance if I have a bigger lens. And we know that. So what's this got to do with things disappearing from the bottom? Well, if I'm stood on the shore looking at a boat across the water, then maybe I want to know, can I resolve the top of the chimney from this part of the deck here? And I will have a viewing angle. Now, if this viewing angle is big...
That's a good one, Tony. Paula gets it. Witsit won't like that. I agree. It's a good one.
Bigger than theta min, right? 1.22 lander divided by d. If that's bigger than theta min, then I'll be able to resolve this part of the boat from this part of the boat. Maybe there's two little things here I want to resolve. And if the viewing angle between those two things is bigger than theta min, I can resolve them. If I want to resolve the bottom of the boat to the top of the boat, then I've got this entire angle. And if that is bigger than theta min, I'll be able to tell the top from the bottom. But nowhere, absolutely nowhere, does a Rayleigh criterion say it's got anything to do with things disappearing from the bottom. The only thing I can think that they are talking about when they're talking about this limited angle is they are talking about this angle here. All right, so let's get rid of these lines at the top. Actually, we don't need those. I'm pretty sure they are talking about this angle here. As you get lower to the ground, this angle here starts to get smaller. But this isn't the angle that includes our field of view. Our field of view is this angle here for the boat. So this really is totally unrelated.
Cats, your field of view starts before the boat. As you can see, that's the angle that's getting smaller.
So what they've understood is if the viewing angle gets smaller than theta min, then we can't resolve two objects. But then they've looked at this viewing angle, which is completely irrelevant. They've flat-eyed it, and then suddenly thought that if
Notice the guy has containment when he lets go of the gas.
I get lower and lower and lower, I can't see the bottom of the boat. And it's a complete misapplication. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
So if anyone tries to bring up the Rayleigh criterion with you, at least you understand it.
So yeah, this is practically what I was showing. So when you got the boat, you got different angles. This angle here is your part of your field of view. Okay? This angle is always going to be larger. Your largest angle will always be the water compared to the boat. This one becomes larger the further away it goes out, while this one becomes smaller. So this is what you're seeing, this angle getting diffracted into this angle. And that's exactly what you see.
Right.
And he actually just conceded with that without realizing it, guys. But yeah, that's why we see this with foreshortening. And obviously, yeah, it's got to do with the bulging of the waves because the ocean water moves around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why sometimes you can see things can be zoomed in when you can't see it over a curve, and then you go back and you zoom in and you can see the full boat, or sometimes you can't because there's limitations to everything. Even telescopes have limitations.
Yeah, of course.
So you guys have any more on that, or we can go on?
Yeah, I think we'll go on. I mean, like you say, the water moves around. They always claim that's blooming earth covering it, but if that's the case, then the earth's breathing. You know, it's just. I think. Oh God, it's so easy to know. You know, I mean, I just don't understand how they don't get it, and they don't get perspective at all whatsoever.
Well, that is part of the 27 questions.
Yeah, that's right.
As you guys can see, I'm having fun with Sean Hawkins and his 27 questions that he's answering.
Yeah. Oh, Paula, that's okay. No problem.
So yeah, I'm still waiting for Phil Bell's 27 questions. So don't know when that's going to happen sometime, so we can review them. Because it doesn't actually help reviewing Sean Hawkins' 27 questions because, as you can see, the shorts I'm making of them, it's sufficient enough because most of the time the guy just talks about stupid stuff like woodworking tools or his guitar, or he just goes on tangents talking about things while he has me playing in the background, you know, and then doesn't really answer it. Huh?
Yeah, those those guitars hanging up, does he actually play them? Cats?
Oh,
Can he
Cats.
play?
Yeah, Cats is actually a very good magician. Ach,
Is he?
magician. Musician.
He's a magician. Yeah, that's about right. Magicians use deception.
No, Cats actually plays guitar. Not bad. Doesn't sing too
Okay.
bad either. I think he should have rather kept with that than trying to debunk Flat Earth, because the more he tries, the more he validates it.
That's it. Is Ranty still about then? Is Ranty still claiming glue?
I don't even. Yeah, but
He's not-
I don't even watch Ranty. He does that ordinary absurd stuff.
Oh
He's got
yeah,
that
he does.
channel. Yeah, but I don't
He's
keep
doing
up
a
to date
story-
with that guy.
He was doing a story channel for a while, wasn't he?
Mm.
Weird stories and that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing ghost stuff. That was still with Cats as its stage.
He's right up Cats' Jake pipe.
Tony says, notice the globe has never mentioned the 1.22 observer's height when things should start to disappear. What a giveaway. Exactly. They're all tunes, Adam, I guess.
While it may seem like a trivial example, if you equip yourself with binoculars, the experience can leave quite an impression. Just so you know, sometimes there is an interesting effect when, due to the difference in density of the atmosphere, it acts as a lens refracting rays. This can allow you to see objects that have gone over the horizon, sometimes even far beyond it.
No, all it does is this is one thing I disagree with the globe refraction. They've inverted it to what we actually see.
Yep.
I mean, we see actual demonstration from like Sky Free, where when they show the refraction, it pulls the in front of it, the floor up. So the refraction creates the curve, not takes it away.
Yep. Exactly.
They say the refraction takes the curve away. No, refraction actually creates the curve. Let's try and get, I think.
Ooh. Kicking table. I was just getting socks off. My feet are off. I kicked the table with the computer on it.
Oh yeah, I just want to ask, how is the computer and stuff going?
Yeah, all right. I mean, I really just use it for this. I mean, it goes on off during the day and it goes on at night for this. I should do a bit more on it. I'm getting a bit more used to it. I've watched a few movies not on it as well, but I should do a bit more. I should maybe start making videos now. But I've been spending a lot of time with Julie, so you know what I mean. It's
The object.
So yeah, I will. I'm going to start doing videos now. I've just got to think of what.
Yeah.
I was going to start a debunking Dupa, but I don't think Dupa carried on.
Is Dupa still around though?
I don't know. Paul banned him, didn't he? So I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
Okay.
He's just moved to another account now, I think.
Yeah, more than likely.
Okay.
He'll act like somebody else.
Okay, let's quickly see what they show on the refraction.
Objects are placed about 210 inches or 17 and a half feet from the observer. And the center of the camera lens is less than half an inch above the surface.
Notice, guys, this is a flat surface. I've stuck the link in the chat for you guys. Globies, pay attention.
At the start of the observation, the air temperature at 4 feet above the surface was about 74 degrees Fahrenheit. And the temperature at the surface was around 73 degrees Fahrenheit. The outdoor air temperature was 7 degrees Fahrenheit.
Quite cold.
During the observation, when we opened the door and let the indoor and outdoor air mix, the temperature read about 48 degrees Fahrenheit at 4 feet above the surface. And the air temperature at the surface read around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Here are the objects from the viewer's perspective at the start of the...
Okay, now we have to pay attention. Remember, that's just one of those bread texts. It's like different, I'd say, ornaments, if I can put it that way. Now, look, this is before refraction, guys. You can already see the diffraction happening here. Okay? This is sort of what you would see with a, almost like a mirroring of the Fata Morgana, but you still see the horizon behind it, you could say. Because all the Fata Morgana does is take the mirror of the sky and just make it closer towards you. So it looks like it's floating.
Yeah. Can I just say to Paul? Yeah, probably about fishing, but I'm going to do flat Earth as well, so probably both, mate. Definitely, definitely both.
How about
both.
fishing for flat Earth?
Fishing for flat Earth, yeah, man. Yeah. I'll combine it somehow. I'll probably do fishing and then flat Earth and then combine them somehow.
Because what you can do is you can say why we don't use spherical hooks. Oh, I know, because it won't work catching a fish.
Yeah, well, fish have got containment as well, haven't they?
Yeah. Hey, Penny Lane, good to see you. But yeah, it's simple, guys. The refraction causes the curve. As you can see, this is now before the refraction. Look what happens when they've opened the door and refraction starts to occur.
The observation. And here is when we open the door to let the air mix. Quickly, the light from the bottom of the objects no longer arrives to the viewer and can no longer be...
Would this be opposite to what the guy was just claiming? Remember, they claim refraction brings it over a curve, correct?
Right. That's right.
This is showing it to be curved now. They should maybe re-look at this. But you see, that's the problem with the globe. Because they have people like Andrew Thomas Young, which says in his paper all his so-called experiments, which aren't really, were done on a flat surface, and then claims, no, but it's a globe. It's because they have to invert what they see. So this is done on a flat surface. You can see the refraction causes the curve. But that's not going to work for a globe. So they have to say it's the refraction that inverts what we see, and therefore the refraction causes to see over a curve. So it's a total 180 of what's demonstrated in reality, guys. Even J. Tolan Media, he's done observations that show the refraction actually makes it go opposite, just like we see here.
I think he's brilliant, all of them. I think he's really good.
So yeah, guys, refraction doesn't make you see over a curve. It's what causes the apparent curve. It's all just optical. Okay, let's go on.
If you experience this, consider yourself very lucky.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The horizon is definitely still beyond that, as you can see there. See? All it's doing is it's a mirroring on the horizontal axis. And because of perspective, remember, things rise relative to eye level, so it's going to the convergence. So if we have to draw this out on here, just for simple sake, it's going relative to eye level, okay? See, so it's going upwards. It's not physically, it's just relative. So where is eye level about? We're just, for instance, saying it's around about there. Okay? So that's apparently where the horizon, the actual, you don't get actual horizon, it's redundant, but if it was visible, the actual horizon would be about there. The waterline, the actual waterline would be around there. So this mirroring is still water. It's just got the sky mirroring over it over the horizontal axis towards the observer. That's all we're seeing. Hey, Aaron Armstrong, thank you for coming.
Occasionally, these effects generate breathtaking mirage.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
That's refraction causing this, guys. Refraction is causing these things. It's causing it. Yeah. The refraction is causing the mirroring, and the refraction is causing the so-called Earth curve.
Of distant cities, some of which have been even captured on camera, and they look absolutely fantastic.
I love how it shows the internal reflection through a fish tank. And no, guys, we don't see through a fish tank when looking out in the over the oceans.
That sounds pretty good, Paul. Flat Earth angling. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's quite cool. You
Yeah,
can make
definitely.
a cool logo for that as well.
Definitely, that's simple, nice and simple. I like that. It'll probably, why not?
I think I'm going to work on some logos for you on that, mate.
That'd be
Earth
cool.
angling.
Yes,
I think I got in my mind already an idea.
That'd be cool. Nice one. Brilliant.
Now, what about the questions? Indeed, it's easy to see that Earth is spherical, but how do we address the tricky question?
No, it doesn't make Earth spherical. It just shows you ignorance to optical demonstrations and how it works. You see, the thing is, they just parrot what they've been told, and therefore it's a globe. Heliocentrism is a belief system, guys. It's a cult. That's all it is. The narrator could make things reading grocery lists sound dramatic. Yeah, look, he's very good with his dramatization of the subject. I'm not going to doubt about that. He's very good with the dramatization. Very dramatic, like, I once went to the grocery store. And I picked up a bag. Lo and behold, a carrot fell out. He makes it exciting. So, yeah, I'm not going to put that against the guy. He makes it dramatic and gives it some oomph. So, that's good. Just his information is very ignorant to the subject. Let's put it that way. He doesn't really have good information.
No.
So that I'll have to say, sorry, mate. Should have tried harder.
Questions posed by the flat earthers. Rest assured, there are simple answers to all these questions. The peculiar converging sun rays coming from clouds are just matter of perspective. It's the same effect we observe when looking at a railway track stretching ahead. An airplane doesn't need to constantly nose down to avoid flying into space because the force of gravity is always directed strictly downwards.
See what I told you?
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Always downwards.
Yeah, guys, please do let him know. There's the link again. Thank you, Michael. First of all, gravity is not a force. Hasn't been a force for 108 years already. Yeah. It is also just a mathematical concept in a fourth dimension, which three-dimensional beings we are not able to even observe. Okay? So, no. Have you realized one thing with the globe is as well? They make these claims, very bold claims, that they aren't able to demonstrate them in reality. And their argument is always, oh, it's because of scale. How do you expect us to do it? Earth is too big. You understand? How do you want us to show this to you? Well, you've made the claim. That's not our problem. Usually when you make claims like that, you usually need to back it up with evidence, demonstrational evidence, not pointing to the sky. That's why when they come with gravity holds gas pressure, creates the atmospheric pressure, they have to demonstrate it. But all they do is they point to the sky and say, look, we have pressure gradients. No shit, Sherlock, we have pressure gradients. But that's because we have a dynamic closed system. We can demonstrate this with actual demonstration, taking contained gas, changing behaviors based on temperature, pressure, and volume, and getting a pressure gradient, whereas you guys can't even keep sulfur hexafluoride in a damn open fish tank. And if they claim, oh, it's the gas around it that's hitting it out of the gas, well then do this. Take a vacuum chamber, and yes, it's a container. Stick another container in there that's sealed with sulfur hexafluoride, and then open it and see what happens to that sulfur hexafluoride. How's that? Would it stay down at the bottom indefinitely because of gravity, as you put it? No, that sulfur hexafluoride will fill the available volume, and therefore it won't be a vacuum any longer. The laws of entropy, guys, are not able to be violated as you guys want it to be. There's no demonstration for this. There's no way to demonstrate it. There is just nothing but showing you guys have a belief system that's not demonstratable. Hey, Dr. Ale, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. So, yeah, this is a challenge to all globies out there. If you claim gravity would create your pressure gradients, your atmospheric pressure, then how about take atmospheric pressure totally away by taking a vacuum chamber, sticking another container in it with any gas you choose, it doesn't matter, closing it and then releasing that gas and seeing if it would stay in that fish tank, in that second container. And you say, but how are we going to see the gas? Cerulean optics, how's that sound? Should be able to work. So that's a challenge to all Globers from my side. Because these guys are too dumb to raise, let's take a pipe and call it not a container. That's how dumb these guys are.
Yeah, Richard, deep down they know gas pressure requires a container.
Exactly.
Of course,
yeah.
Of course, they just can't admit it. They just have to use gravity as a bloody magic glue, magic container as well. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody even knows what gravity is.
Exactly.
This argument is inherently weak because if one could simply fly into space in an aeroplane, why would we need powerful rockets? Oh right, I almost forgot that there is no space. On a serious note, what about these accidentally captured shots and the...
Hey, Mr. Andrick, thank you for... He says that's not how it works. Let's put it this way. Your pressure gradient, aka atmospheric pressure, is the claim that gravity is pulling gas go down, go boom, boom. Okay? So the weight of the air, as you put it, is because gas pulls down in columns. So, if you take a vacuum chamber, you have taken away the atmosphere, as you put it. You stuck in another container with any gas you choose, even sulfur hexafluoride if you want to, it's a dense gas, and you take the lid off. The claim is gravity will create that gas to stay pulled down in the open chamber inside the vacuum chamber, correct? Because gravity pulls gas go down, go boom, boom. And I can guarantee you, as soon as you open that container, yes, container, because you can only demonstrate gas pressure with containment, it will disperse into the available volume. So, are we going to get any ballers taking up that challenge and doing that demonstration for us? I can guarantee you no.
Chroma key. Nothing. Literally nothing at all. No chroma key, no conspiracy theories. This checkered fabric is indeed a technical tool used for filming, but it's not a chroma key.
Nobody said chroma key. You said chroma key, mate. So that's a straw man as well. Oh, wow.
When other astronauts at the station with Tim were asked about this, they didn't understand the question.
And also, by the way, guys, have you realized after they've caught them with the blue screen, have they ever used it again on the ISS? Would that be a no?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, wow.
Sure, they'd seen this rag countless times at the station and used...
Look where he's looking, guys. He's ping-ponging water, but look where he's looking. Usually when someone does something... Let's see if I can... Oh, what am I doing? Usually when somebody does something... I got an object. I'm looking at the screen now so I can see where the object is. But if you're not looking at the screen, you're looking at the object, okay? I'm moving it around. But these guys are looking away while they are doing this. You get it? So you know what you're doing. I mean, if I'm throwing it like this, I can see where I'm throwing it, so I can catch it. Exactly. Now, if I'm not looking... Oh, shit. But let me look at the screen while I'm doing it. Oh, I know I can see it. It's as simple as that, guys. Let's see if it's showing. Okay.
You use two prong plugs in Africa then?
Yeah, I got an iPhone, so I have to use that charger.
All right, is that what your the socket in your wall is like? Just two holes.
No, got the threes.
Yeah, well, ours are 3. We have 3
Yeah, I
holes.
also got a 3, but I'm saying it's because I got a USB charger.
Oh, right. Okay, got you.
For my phone, so that's why I stuck there. Yeah.
Got you.
And yeah, guys, this nonsense that gas has weight is just a belief as well.
Oh,
You can't measure gas having weight. You can calculate it.
Yeah, there's no way.
And guess what? Guess what, guys? You have to use a container to do so.
Well, yeah, exactly. Or it wouldn't be contained. It's just ridiculous what they're doing.
Crazy.
Like Richard said earlier on, they've got to know. To know.
So yeah, Mr. Simon Dan with your idiotic challenge of the 50-minute ISS tour. It's debunked by the state that you are claiming to violate the natural law of entropy. Thank you very much. Faciality $5 super chat. Thank you very much. He says to believe a light, the sun in the sky is 93 million miles away, is absurd enough to believe it is also orchestrating the orbits of several planets is lunacy. I 100% concur with that. Thank you very much for the super chat, Faciality. Really appreciate it, mate. By the way, when you bring another video out, I miss your editing, mate. You do some awesome stuff.
Yeah,
and I still think we need to do a collab. You, me, and Chocolate.
That'd be good.
I really think so. Signa Step, hello. But yeah, gas has different densities, but having weight is a different story, because weight is simply the force exerting on a scale. So the weight has to stand still to be able to exert that force, to be able to have a weight reading, because weight is just a unit. Okay? It's pressure being applied. But a problem with gas pressure is it hits and bounces away. So you're not be able to get a weight. So that's why we say weight. Gas doesn't have weight. So how do they do this? They take a container, they weigh the container, and then they fill it with gas and then weigh it again. So, you see, weight as gas. You calculated that. The gas is moving around in all directions constantly. It's not pooling at the bottom.
No, that's it. JP said gas is like globetrotters. Some are more dense than others.
Exactly.
It's true.
McToon finally got back to me on the Leslie Roher debate on Friday. Just says gas and gas pressure. So when I asked him, okay, what about gas pressure? Still hasn't got back to me. Apparently he got back to me later because I'm asking, okay, you want me to debate this? Okay. But what about the topic about gas pressure? I want the actual topic and the structure of the debate. I said, this isn't very professional. Finally came back to me today, says, he's not a professionalist. He's not a professional. It's just a hobby. It's like, you want me to debate someone about a topic that you don't want to give me the actual topic and you don't want to give me time to prepare for it.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Looking for Face Reality's channel. Let's see if I can put it up.
Yeah, if you can put Face Reality's channel link in the description, guys, please do subscribe to him. He does some awesome work.
For filming, so what? As for the temperature differences at the poles or ocean whirlpools, these are natural phenomena that clearly don't look man-made even to a layperson. In conclusion, we should say thanks to the flat earthers. After all, dissecting their arguments really makes you use your brains and pay attention to things that have always been around and didn't raise questions.
So that's the guy's argument for the one side of the earth having different temperatures. He didn't really give a rebuttal to it. He just said. There's Faciality's channel, guys. Please click on it.
I just got to it. I was just about to do that. Fine. From Michael probably did that.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
But this guy didn't really give a rebuttal to that now. He just said, oh.
I'm still getting used to it as well because I've got 2 screens, haven't I? So I've got Ellemnet in one and YouTube in the other.
Okay.
So I'm still getting used to I'm still getting used to where on my phone and on my tablet I knew exactly where to get the links and all that. Here it's different. It's completely different. So I'm still getting used to that.
So far we've got 120 votes. People try their hardest to misrepresent flat Earth. Yes, 62%. No, 38%.
Although they should have. In their unique way, flat earthers are quite observant. And although their doubts lead them to misconceptions, doubt itself is a powerful tool. Once upon a time, it was doubt that led Copernicus to consider that the sun does not revolve around the earth.
Yeah, the Copernicus model, the ones you guys are subscribed to, seen as a heresy. Yeah. An inversion, a perversion of reality. And that's why they keep on having issues, why they keep on having to change things. Because this so-called heliocentric model that doesn't exist, because it's a whole bunch of different models stuck together, they keep on having to change a brick here and there to make it fit, because they find contradictions and issues. And then they want to say, oh, but you guys don't have a flat Earth model. Yeah, because we don't live in a model. We live through reality. And we don't need to keep changing things to suit reality. You understand? And have you guys realized everything these guys do is just mathematical based? That's it. It's all just maths. It's a language. It's descriptive. And because they say, I made this equation and it works, therefore it's proven because only maths can prove. No, it doesn't make reality anything that you push it. That's why when they push, let's say, Archimedes' principle, and they say, oh, but you see, it's got gravity. And no, Archimedes' principle came 1,900 years before gravity was even postulated. Okay? It still worked. They still had ships sailing around, working exactly the same. It's just displacement. It's got nothing to do with gravity. Just because you put gravity in the equation, it does not make it gravity. Like I said, you can change that G to unicorn farts. It will give exactly the same outcome. Because math does not dictate reality. You use math to describe it.
Exactly. Paul said a model would require experiment and or measurement.
Exactly. So again, another challenge for globalists which I've been asking for a while. Provide me with any scientific hypothesis and experiment for gravity. Let me be very clear. Scientific hypotheses and experiment. Not, Cavendish. First of all, Cavendish never had a hypothesis. Second of all, it was not an experiment. And thirdly, he was trying to calculate Earth's density. Okay? And what he was using for that was torque. The torsion twist due to torque. Thank you very much.
In challenging something that was obvious, he turned out to be right. So, who knows, perhaps in the future, someone's timid doubt will grow into an amazing discovery that will bring us interstellar flights, limitless energy, or even eternal life.
Eternal life. Yeah, that's already been discovered, mate. Accepting Jesus as your Lord and Savior.
Hallelujah.
There we go. You don't even need to look further than that. So that was the video.
Excellent. Yeah, I think he made it up. I think he made it up in his own head. I've never had, keep saying it, never had any of that, never heard of it.
So guys, do hit the likes and share the show.
That's the one.
I was just thinking the nonsense I stay up and watch.
Oh, sorry, mate. I said earlier that was probably Michael who put up the face reality thing. It wasn't. It was Facey. So sorry, Michael. I didn't know if you were still here. Actually, I thought you'd gone.
Yeah, it's been very quiet.
I'm tired.
Yeah, well, it is 12 o'clock by you guys. 10 past 12. For me, it's 10 past 1. So I think I'm gonna have to end the stream.
Oh, I didn't realize it was late.
Yeah.
You forget because you're used to it being on at 8 o'clock. Well, 8 o'clock here or quarter past 8. So you just forget the time. Yeah. Cool. It was a good show, man.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Do you guys have any closing statements on the guy's video there?
Like I say, it just seems to have come out his own head. Everything he's came up with, never heard of before. Some of it was sounded a lot like Flat Earth Society. Do you know what I mean? In that, he actually plugged Flat Earth Society in it and said that's kind of what we believe. We don't believe nothing that the Flat Earth Society come out with. Not a thing. They're just idiots. They're there to make us look like fools.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know?
I think they watch other anti-flat Earth videos for their information because they're clearly not looking into what flat earthers really say.
Exactly.
I think. I forgot what I was going to say now.
But yeah, no, 100%. But as I said, this is definitely a misrepresentation. I think just because we see this plug that the guy's doing, that the water's going down where, and someone said Eric DeBay spoke on it, I think we might have to do an Eric DeBay video, guys.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's sad.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I hope that other guy that I said I'm gonna touch on gas pressure, but I practically just gave a quick rundown for you on that. So, but if you want in more detail, definitely go look at other streams you've done, like the previous now with gas. I think it will be more, so you can understand more or less why it violates. But I mean, I think we made a good point why it is. But yeah, again, Globies, please do that challenge for us. How's that? Prove to us once and for all, gas does go down, go boom boom.
All right.
Because of your beloved gravity.
Yeah. Like must say, like the visuals are getting better. Flats, absolutely.
Are they?
Yeah, definitely. Visuals are brilliant. Love it. And obviously, thumbnails are good as well, man.
I'm glad you enjoy them. Yeah, I'm trying to get better with every little thing I can.
Yeah,
you guys strive to make me better.
You put effort in it. You can see you put effort in it, man. You work hard.
Oh, Face Reality, thank you very much for $2 which says, my Flat Earth rap music video coming soon. Insane. Wow, I'm looking forward to that, mate.
Definitely.
Let me just do like I do every night before we close. Thank you, everybody, for your super chats and the gifting. I'm so happy to have Paul as a member.
Absolutely. Best Paula.
So, yeah, it's awesome to have you aboard. And thank you for all the super chats, guys. You rock. Really appreciate it. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everybody being here. I guess we're going to end the stream here then.
Yeah, just say Arn Armstrong's said he appreciates being unbanned.
Oh, yeah. Because I got tired of him using his daughter's soccer account.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, Jadu, thank you for coming now that we're ending. So, yeah, guys, thank you all for coming. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys all tomorrow night. Probably the same time again as tonight. Depends on the schedule.
Okay, no problems.
It all depends, yeah. But thank you all for coming. Thank you, Michael and PJ, for staying up so late.
No problem.
Oh, it is.
And then, guys, Neil's link is still up in there in the chat. Yeah. Please do click it. He's like almost there for his deposit for his car. He really needs the help. Please, guys, help him out.
Definitely. Give him a hand if you can. Anything, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Only if you can, guys. Please do help. Anyway, cheers, guys. You guys rock. See you guys all tomorrow evening. Many, many blessings. May the pressure be with you. Cheers.